Hello everybody, welcome back to my Tribulations of the Mage devlog. And for this devlog, I'm going to be going over kind of the start of the level design for Tribulation of the Mage, and then, the decisions I made and why I guess I kind of got to this point. So, yeah, let's get right into it. So at first, at least for me personally, level design is kind of my, I wouldn't say least favorite, but it is the hardest part for me when it comes to making games. At least complex level design. And so I was doing a lot of debating, kind of some planning, going back and forth on how I wanted the game to be. At first, I had it so that the player was on a boat that washed up on the island, but I kind of went against that. And then I was also deciding between, how big should it be, how open world should it be, or etc. etc. So let me actually show you the first game map, which is called Game Map 1. I'm just waiting for it to load. Okay, here we go. So yeah, this is Game Map 1, and this was originally when I wanted the player to arrive more on an island, and then they go through, maybe a cave section with mine shafts, etc., like this. And then they go into more, it's kind of supposed to be the playground area, and then they go into more of, the classic Zelda field. But I kind of decided against this. I wasn't really feeling too good about it. And also, I was kind of trying to learn the world partition, but it was not working well with my checkpoint system, so I kind of stopped. So that's why I went to this starting level, and I just decided to do I wanted to do a full blown, this game takes place in a dungeon, mountain, cave type of area, and I didn't know how big I wanted it, so I think I just did the standard 500, and then I set these rocks around it, and then right now it's kind of bright because I just turned up the brightness so I can see what I work. But I guess in hindsight, at least what I'm planning, it might be too big. I'll just see more as I keep working. But let's kind of go over what this first level is kind of supposed to be about, or where this first starting area is supposed to be. So the way I had it is that the player will start in the jail cell, almost like Dark Souls 1, and then actually I can just play. So the player will first start out in a jail cell with a door open, and then they go over here, maybe go over here, see another mage corpse. And I also included this character called, which is just the spirit. And what the spirit's purpose is, you just kind of do some explaining the kind of the story, almost like a tutorial. I did think about, since it's supposed to be a spirit, I did think about having like ghostly letters that would detail the controls. So I should just kind of go to more of the story. So let's just speak with the spirit. And I just found a YouTube video online how to do like a dialogue system. So the story that I thought of for Tribulation of the Mage is that you are essentially a young mage that was essentially brought here by unknown magical means, and then I was kind of flip through it. But yeah, there's a dungeon that traps mages within the halls, and then let's see. Like I said, you don't know why you're in this dungeon or why the dungeon was built or what force put you in this dungeon. But yeah, you're given the goal from the list of spirits to basically fight your way up or keep going up the dungeon. Essentially, I had an idea of maybe having elevators or something like that. That would represent levels passing. And then, like I said, yeah, the spirit just kind of tells you, oh yeah, your goal is to escape the dungeon and you have to fight your way up. And kind of spelled previous wrong. Like I said, I was just doing this kind of quick. But it's also kind of tied in because the way I wanted the player to find spells and items while they're going through the dungeon. So the way I had that work was that I had it so that previous mages, at least story-wise, kind of left these spells and items here for the player, or maybe it's treasure in the dungeon. That would give them the fighting chance, to fight through it. And then I kind of set up that the spirit will be almost like a tutorial or a guide that will give the player this information, so they're not completely lost. I also warn the player there's a creature that they have to defeat. And it also just gives a timeline that maybe they can actually beat the dungeon, etc. Oh, there we go. So here it is. I wanted to use some more blue lighting with some blue and oranges to make it really pop out. Not make it completely pitch black, but kind of give that illusion. So this is go for what I have so far. So they go through here, and then when they turn, they see a fishman, which depending on where its patrol is, they will actually see patrol or they'll have to immediately fight. So now they just kind of fight the fishman, get used to dodging and hitting, and now I'm out of stamina. So yeah, they just have to kill fishman. Up out of stamina again. Now it's blocking. I might change it to a skeleton because, like I said, I did skeletons and specters because I wanted it to be more an undead theme. But the fishman's also the first enemy I made. And then also I had summoned the fishman where it randomly picks its mesh color. So that's why it's blue. And then once they're here, once they defeat the fishman, if it was too hard or they barely had trouble, the first item I wanted to pick up was a healing potion. Now they have the flask in case they lose health, or in case they lost health. Now they have the flask, and then the spirit's also here, which is if you feel weak, press 1 to drink the healing potion, which is if you're low health, press 1. And then I have the checkpoint here, so let's load the game. The checkpoint's here, items here, obviously the enemy is dead. And that's kind of the reason why I had the checkpoint here, or why I added the save game, keep the enemies dead. Because with the way the checkpoint was, I was doing a lot of, like I said, load design is probably the hardest thing for me, so I was kind of doing a lot of planning. I didn't want the player to just walk around too much. So I decided to that, this enemy just stays dead. So that way, they load the checkpoint. And then here it is right here. Let's just restart, and then I'll show you the fishman again. Because like I said, I added the thing where it randomly chooses the color. Oh, but it didn't do it. It just kept it blue that time. There we go. Oh yeah, I probably had to, I had to move it. Yeah, you can see right here. Yeah, here it is. Just want to show you that. It goes between the different colors and stuff. I'll just keep it. I'll just do it like this for now. And then that's basically the quick res kind of playthrough of it. I don't have that much done because I'm still doing a lot of planning. I was thinking of having it maybe lead up so that there's a big door, and then I thought of having 2 branching paths, with one area having skeletons, one area having specters, and then you have the interactive items to open the door. And then also I was thinking about when the player gets the first spell. So there's a lot more planning I have to do, but this is kind of a start. I decided I wanted to do more of the dungeon cave theme rather than, open world field like in Zelda. So here it is just doing a quick run through of it. But that's just the most important thing, is that spirit gives the player information on what they should do or how to do certain things. And then I wanted each floor of the dungeon to be themed and have different enemies. So I'll probably just remove the fishman and just have the skeleton. And then next floor I'll probably do like the lizardman if I don't have it as like a boss. Because that was also a thing I was thinking of as well. Is that I would have the lizard man or lizard warrior character as like the boss, because it's a lot stronger than all the other enemies. But also this thing is making something original. So like I said, a lot of playing, but here's kind of what the start is. Just to reiterate, I decided against doing the washed up on an island thing. Instead, I decided to do your character was trapped in a dungeon, and the goal of the player is to actually beat their way through the dungeon, keep taking the elevators up until they reach the surface, and that would be how they complete the game. But this is the start, and then I don't know when I'll make the next video, but like I said, I'm doing a lot more level design. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video.